Hey, what's up, guys? Otis here, and we are going to be looking at comparing two softwares today. Now, I'm going to be upfront and honest with you. First of all, let me make it clear, nobody, not Fujitsu, and neither of these software packages, I'm affiliated with in any way. I have nothing to do with it. I'm paying out of my pocket to use them both, and I'm new to them both. So being new to them both, I'm kind of giving you a look into them from somebody who, one of them, which is one of the packages I've been using for a while, which is Car Dealer Pro, which you can see up here, and the other one, which we're going to be working with, is I guess it's pronounced Kronozio. Now you'll see my camera sitting here cutting off half that page because I'm about to do a scan, and I'm going to show you guys exactly how they work, and we're going to do a comparison side by side. So let me go ahead and pull off of that real quickly. And what I'm going to do right now is I've decided because we want to start fresh, I want to be very fair about this. So we're going to be using the Fujitsu FS-8170 Scanner, which you can see right here in front of you. My web page is in the background right now, and I've got the camera set to 9:16 because it is an iPhone filming. So anyways, we are going to be using these right here. You can see them right there, and this is, I'll show you in front of the camera. This is the 1990 score NFL. Okay, I'm going to feed them through. We're going to scan these real quickly. I've already set up the scanner. I've got a video coming out on how to set up at least the best way I think to set it up for scanning, but we're going to go ahead and get started. So let me load these up real quickly. I will not be fast forwarding this, so you're just going to kind of see it in real time. And let me go ahead and click scan, and then we're going to start. Okay, so here goes. So those are going to scan in. We won't be able to do them all in one pass because they're going to fill up this bin here, but that's not a problem. I've got plenty of bins. Another one standing by ready to go. So once these are done, now that's on the laptop that I have here. I separate everything because I've got another computer sitting over here and then another one on the other side. I try to keep everything separate because I'm usually doing more than one thing at a time, and I don't want to bog it down too much. Let me see if I can get more of these to go through. I don't know, maybe I can get it all. I don't think so, but it'll be close. All right, so we have done about 100 cards so far. Right now is 100. I could probably run this one through, but I don't think I'll be able to run the last batch. I think that'll overflow. Actually, this is going to probably overflow. Let me pull that off here. It's going to be close right here with this one. As soon as this one's done, I'll run the last bit of cards. And you're going to see, and you'll see exactly what these cards look like once they're scanned, because that'll come over to the other computer here in just a second. So let me show you that. All right, so there's one batch of cards. Let me put this last one on here and finish this last bit out real quick, okay? So here we go. We're going to put those in right there, just like that. Let me scan, and we'll click scan again, and then we'll get these lined up, and that should be it. So these are about to be done, and the whole reason for doing this is so that you guys can see exactly in real time the whole process, right? So I did I'm going to pronounce it, rather it's Kronozio. I did that one this morning. I signed up for an account. I paid for an annual subscription only because I wanted to see how well it did. All right, so these cards are now done. So these have been scanned. Let me go ahead and just get them out real quickly, and then I can put them in these bins. These little tubs right here, I got them on Amazon. I'll give you a link on where I got them, but they're perfect because they fit and they're great catchers and for the cards. And as you can see, the cards fit perfect. Once they're in penny sleeves, they fit perfect. So here, I'll give you another close up. There you go. You can see them fit right in that. That's the entire stack, and then we'll put this one back. Okay, now that's enough of A is the front, B is the back. All right, cool. So we're gonna assume now you've seen that. Now let me go ahead and I'll minimize this real quickly. Okay, and we're gonna go to the Car Dealer Pro, right? So let's test this first. So I've already logged into Car Dealer Pro. I've got my subscription. If you've done all that, great. If not, I'll walk you through that in a different video, but here we go. So we're gonna add a batch. So this is the home screen, right? This is what it looks like once you sign in. Here's your home screen. Website's nothing fancy, but let's go to batches, and then we're gonna go ahead and click add batch, okay? And we're gonna call this, I date my batches, just, I name them by the date, so it's 011924, then I put a hyphen, and I'm gonna put 1990 score, NFL, okay? It's sports day, yep, and then we're gonna go down and do football. Remember, guys, keep your sports, keep all your cards when you're gonna use AI for this one, keep them all together. So if you're doing football, do football. Don't do football and baseball, okay? Click continue. I'm gonna leave all this the same, and the best I could do here is again say 011924, and this is gonna be 1990 score NFL, okay? And I have my files listed by box number, but I'll update all that later. I'm going to leave everything else just like it is, okay? I don't care about purchase date or anything else. So I'm going to create the batch. And now it's going to ask me what I want to do. So I'm going to use the Magic Scan. I've already paid to do this, and it's going to ask me I want to use front and back or just fronts. I use front and back. And now you can see right here, I've paid to have multiple scans, and I've been testing this for a while. So I'm going to go ahead and go to my folder, right? And I'm going to select all my files. Okay, just like that, and I'm going to drag them over. There we go. Now you're going to see it populate here, and what you're watching is if you look here and you look here, it's uploading the cards, okay? And at the same time, you'll see in the bottom left corner here, you're going to see the count. So as this number goes up, it means that that's the AI reading the card, okay? So those are how many of the cards you want to see that moving. If that's not moving, there's a problem with your file. I had the problem with my file because initially when I did my first upload ever with them, it was front and back. So it was replacing the cards incorrectly. So I had the back of the card in the left spot and the front of the card in the right. Now, I will tell you, Kronozio does the same thing. It tells you the front of the card has to be in the left. I did not know that. So I'm uploading and I'm not seeing anything increase on the bottom left. And so that was causing a problem, okay? But in either case, you can see that the 4,285 right now out of 5,000, it's going up. Now, it's uploading my cards. It works pretty fast. And so I'm going to tell you right now that I was very impressed with this. And I believe they just announced that they put racing on here. That was the one thing that upset me is they didn't not upset me. It just made it kind of tough for me is I have a lot of racing cards and this wasn't ready for that. But I think today or yesterday they announced they have racing. So we're going to watch this upload. You're going to see it in real time, okay? So you can fast forward if you'd like. But there is a total of, let me see, how many files did we scan? 184 cards were scanned, and we are at 130. Excuse me, 130. So we're almost there, okay? We're going to wait, though. We got to wait just a minute. While we do that, I'll have my coffee, and hopefully we'll see what's happening. But so far, you can see, I mean, the AI looks like it's moving. I'm not sure. Now, it can be bottlenecked, too. So you will see that once this page leaves, it will go to another screen, and there will be a bottleneck of cards that are still waiting to be matched through their AI interface. All right, but we're almost done. We have 176 cards now out here. So let's see what happens. Okay, now we click continue. And here's what you're going to see. They're all going to be in draft mode because there's going to say, number one, I have to put a price. It will not let me get out of draft mode until I put a price. But let's look at this real quick, right? It still says it's processing 65. So you can see that here. It's going to continue to process. And if you drop that down, you can see which cards are being processed and matched. And as it does it, it'll populate them to this field here. Okay, so let me get back over here. Okay, so we can close that. Wait, let me get back. Sorry. Get back to here. All right. So far we have 138 cards done. And look, you can see it right now. It does give you other possibilities if this isn't correct. And it'll show you this is my card. This is their card. Okay. Now, yes, it turned mine upside down. And I've got to check and see if there's a way to fix that because I changed the orientation. I put them in sideways because it scans better sideways. It doesn't mess with the penny sleeve. But then I told it to rotate. And I don't think you can rotate the front and the back. I think you rotate it as one. And so what happens is it ends up getting the back upside down and the front right side up. I'm going to go see if that can be changed. But in either case, this is the card, and you can see it matched properly. Now, what's really cool about this is I can go, it says I need to put in a sales price because I have no price, and it will not let me continue. But I can actually go to their pricing research here, and I can see, okay, they have it here selling for 20 cents. I don't know, eBay had it selling in December. They had one, and you could click it. You can actually open the eBay. You can see the listings. It's pretty cool. I mean, it doesn't necessarily work all the time, but it is kind of a neat resource to have in front of you. Now, keep in mind that this is a web-based app for Car Dealer Pro, whereas Kronozio is a downloadable. Now, Car Dealer Pro has a downloadable Mac app. And not a Windows app, last I checked. So it's weird. One has Windows, Kronozio has a downloadable Windows app, and one has downloadable Mac app. Neither one have both. Not as of yet, not that I know of. So, okay, we've downloaded all 184 cards, and I want you to see this. It did all the AI, okay? So if I go now And let me go back here. It's done processing. So here's my most recent one. So I'm going to click it. And what you're going to see here, look at all these. So it's done them all. And you see where it says database match, right? So you can just quickly scroll down here. And if there's not a match, then it will be blank. It'll say no match. And I don't know if it's going to have one on here that's no match. This is a pretty successful match. And you can even see here, I mean, you can see in the set, it'll populate. This has all been populated, okay? Now, one thing that's really cool about this, it wants me to input a sales price, and I don't have that yet, right? But this is a super cool part for people who have asked me, like, can you import it to QuickBooks? Can you import it to Shopify? Can you get the database? You can. So you can click export cards, and you can click to export it for an eBay format if you want to list them, which we can go through later. A Shopify format, if you have a Shopify store like I do, which I'm not going to do that right now. If I don't do either, what it ends up doing is if I click export all data, it will actually export the cards and give me an Excel spreadsheet, which I'm going to show you here in a little bit. That's a cool feature, okay? A very cool feature. But right now what I want to show you is this is how quickly it did it. So now I've got my card scanned and I've got a list, and the list is here, and I can export this list. As a matter of fact, you know what? I'll go ahead and export it. It's a big file. Well, I don't want to review it. I could really care less about that right now. I do not want to export it that way. I want to export it. So it's going to download it, and you're going to see up here, my little download icon is spinning. Okay. So as you can see right here, right? You can see now it's got everything here, and this is cool because now you have a list of your cards, right? And this is actually, you can manipulate this file here so that you can import it straight into QuickBooks, right? QuickBooks doesn't require much, and so when you use an import program from QuickBooks, you can do that, and you could put whether it's graded. You would have all that information handy available. You could put your pricing, and then it actually gives you the link so that you can. They've got your card already stored on their Google API, so you can get the link to your file here. It's pretty cool. Let me tell this thing that I want it to fit to the screen. So let me do a fit to screen here. Okay, so you can see your links. Here it is. The front of the card is here, and the back of the card is here. This is a really cool feature. I thought that this was really awesome. The fact that you could at least download your database in Excel. All right. Again, this is all part of Card Dealer Pro. Right. So let's minimize that now. And all right, so we're back now. Here's our stuff. Now, if we go ahead and change our sales price, then we're able to export to eBay and do whatever else we want to do. I'm not messing with that right now. All I'm trying to do is do a comparison just off of the scanning ability alone. Okay, so we've done Card Dealer Pro. You saw how quickly that was, how little time it took. So let me go ahead and do this real quick. So here's the Kronozio app, okay? And now we're going to do the same thing. Now, it's a little more difficult to start this app. There's a little more involved when you download it. It's going to ask you questions, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter. What I want to do is I uploaded, to test this earlier with my first round, I uploaded some 1990 hoops. Okay, so we're going to do another one here. So to get started with scanning on this one, now keep in mind, you can both programs have native scanning importing abilities. I don't do that. I like the Fujitsu features, so I use their program to scan. But you can import that. So here's the thing. So here goes. I'm going to do a new one app in, right? And then you basically click this camera right here, and it's going to bring up their import feature. Now, I'm doing an import. All right, guys, so here we are. I decided to go ahead and just share the screen because it's going to be easier. So let me show you a few things. The first thing is I don't have a scanner hooked up here. I have it hooked up to my other computer. So I'm going to import from the folder. My category here is going to be football. I'm giving it high quality. These have been stored well. I'm not going to include any more details or anything else. I am going to leave it as individual cards. And none of this, I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to say I'm going to have a max of 300 cards. The rest of this doesn't matter to me. I'm not going to worry about it. So we're going to leave that like that. I'm going to click OK. And here it's telling you, now this is something that's going to be interesting is, just look at this real quickly. So to go faster, use the key. So this is what it's doing. Import of existing scans or individuals. I'm not worried about the borderless part or anything like that, but what it does tell you is you have to click this camera icon. You see that right there? For every card you want to import, you have to click that. So they're telling you to go faster, just press your space bar. That is a huge disadvantage over Card Dealer Pro. Card Dealer Pro, I can just drop it in and go. Now, I've already done these ones, so let me go up and find the scan that I want. This is 1019, and this is going to be, excuse me, Score NFL. Here we go. Okay, so here's what I have to do. I have to start with card 1 and hit the space bar. Here we go. Sorry, it wasn't catching up, and I was like, uh-oh. Guess I'm moving faster than they can keep up. I have no idea. But this is a real... Ooh, arms are getting tired. Okay, so keep tapping. But this is one of those things where you're like, okay, look, why couldn't we just have this automated and tell it to automatically import until it finds no more files or something like that? This part, I can assure you, it's going to piss my wife off. Hold on, where did it stop now? I need to find out where it stopped. Okay, so it's maxing me out at 150. I had put 300. I guess I'm confused if it's counting front and back as 2 then. But it's importing those. Okay, now I gotta keep going. So we stopped, so I gotta start at 151. Here we go. I think we're at the end of the rainbow here, right? Okay, so that's all the cards. And now we're gonna tell it to go ahead and send those in. So we click this check mark there, okay? And our imports are done, all right? So now we've got everything done. I don't think we're gonna refresh this now. So that's all finished. So now we're gonna go ahead and close this, okay? And then we're gonna go ahead and click okay. Oh, no, sorry, I meant to close that. Sorry. Let me go down here and click close this window and then close this. Okay, now I can close this and it's gonna bring up the actual program, okay? So here we go. I accidentally did this one twice. I want to delete this one. I'm not really sure. There we go. Let me click this and I'm gonna click OK. Okay, validate. All right, cards deleted. Okay, so here's what we just did, right? These are the cards we just imported. So let me go ahead and open that up. Now, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna click this box to highlight them all, and then I wanna click the AI. See this AI right here? I wanna click this, okay? And what I'll do, let me get rid of my my ugly face real quick. So let me go ahead and just disappear for a second so you can see this whole screen. I'm gonna click AI, because I want these all, and I'm gonna click save and then close. Okay, now that means I want it to automatically, I want it to have the AI feature, so let me make sure it's on there, and then let me click save and close. Okay, so let me click save and close, and it's gonna tell you you're a pro subscriber, checklist, make sure the cards are here, make sure that their left is the front of the card, and it could take 2 minutes to 24 hours. This part blew my mind, okay? Because, and I'll explain to you, I'm gonna go ahead and click, it says try to document my card. I'm gonna go ahead and do that, okay? Cards will be transferred to their thing, okay? So now what I've done is, okay, you see this right here? This is 349 cards that I did this morning. And if I show you, if I click this AI feature right here, let me refresh. Okay, I've just submitted this one at 1:20. There's 184 cards. I submitted this one at 8:58 in the morning, and I still don't have the cards back using their AI feature. Now, in comparison, you saw that it took little to no time in the Car Dealer Pro. When we did it, it did it in real time. We did it, and it responded, and it was perfect, okay, as far as that goes. Now, there are limitations with Car Dealer Pro. I've run into a couple of them, but as far as this goes into side-by-side, I find it very difficult to understand. Now I'm going to refresh again. I have nothing. So I have been waiting, and then they say, I went on their website, and it says something like, hey, look, it can take, I think they can process 600 cards an hour or 15,000 cards a day or something like that, and it's a first-come, first-served feature. Well, that sucks for me, because I'm sitting here right now, and I've got to wait for 184 cards when I have them readily available right here, okay? So I would guess the offset is going to be the price, okay? So this is, I think this is submit a card to AI, and I think they had it here. Like, I was reading about it. I don't remember where it was, but there was something about, maybe it's in the last one. I can't remember. Here, how long? Okay, so the capacity is between 15 to 30,000 cards a day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That's a big difference, by the way, 15 to 30,000. I assume this is it's because of the cost, but in either case, so here's the catch, right? If you don't care about how long it takes, and I don't know about their accuracy yet. That's the part that sucks, is I have no clue how accurate they are, and that's what my comparison will be. So we're gonna have to come back to this, and I'll have to do a follow-up video. But what I can tell you right now is as far as getting your information back, it's night and day difference. Now, all right, guys, so I stepped away, and I'm cutting back into this video because I wanted to do an update on the cost real quick. So here's the deal. If you look on your screen right here, this is my account right here, right? I spend $9 a month with Car Dealer Pro, and what that does, if I click Change My Plan, you're going to see right here, okay? If I click Change My Plan, these AI scans, those are the scans where we can scan them in, and then it detects what the card is and fills out all the details, which is what we were just demonstrating. So I pay $9 a month. I get 500 scans, right? That comes with the $9 a month. But on top of that, I also get, I was going to write this down and try to break it down into pricing, but I also get my ability to export to eBay, and I get my ability to export to Shopify, and I get my ability to export to Excel, just like I showed you earlier. So, and then after that, what I did, which, like I said, it's kind of pricey, I guess, depending on how you look at it, but I paid $50 and I got an additional 5,000 scans. Now, because I don't know what Kronozio's scans look like, I mean, it's now, if you look, we did these scans at 120, it is now 304. I still haven't seen anything here, and these ones that I did at 858 still haven't shown up. So I have no comparison as far as quality. What I can tell you is speed does matter to me. Turning these things around does matter to me. I don't want to sit for days and wait for my cards to come in so I can see the quality. So you will pay more. Now, if you look at the subscription plan on Kronozio, here's what you're going to see. They're telling you get, for $49 a year, you get 2,500 scans, okay? So, yeah, in that regard, you are going to pay a lot less for the scans, for the AI scans, for the auto, like they call it, auto documentation credits. So for $200, you get 250,000 scans. Now, when you compare that to Car Dealer Pro, it's going to cost you a hell of a lot to get 200. But here's the caveat. Here's the catch, though, right? So the catch is this. So for $199, you get these scans. I don't know how long it takes, but it's definitely working very slow. So far, I'm not in favor of it. Here's the other part. If you want to list on eBay, it's going to cost you monthly as well. So let's just say you want to do, I don't know, let's do the 300 cards on eBay. It's $10 a month. And then you're going to pay, and it goes up, as you can see. And then you're going to pay, if you want to export, like we're doing already with Car Dealer Pro, it's another $15 a month. So let's just say you want to run both of those, of which I already get with Car Dealer Pro for my $9 a month. It's going to cost me $25 a month. So doing the math here, and I'm gonna, you know what? As a matter of fact, I don't have a calculator on this computer. Maybe forget it. I'll do it on my iPhone. But if I figure this out, okay, so just to be able to do the eBay and the exporting on Kronozio, it's going to cost me $25 times 12. That's $300 a year, okay? And then on top of that, if I want, let's just say I'm going to do 10,000 scans, that's going to cost me another $149 for the year, which brings me to a total of $449, okay? Now, so that's 10,000 scans, and that's the eBay and everything else. Now, let's say I go to Car Dealer Pro. All right, so Car Dealer Pro, I get the eBay and the data extraction, the Excel exporting, so that's $9. So that's 9 times 12, that's $108. Now, if I already, that's for the year now, okay? And then I'm getting 500 scans a month. So if you multiply 500 times 12, you get 6,000 scans. And the other one was only 10,000 scans. If you remember, I'm getting 10,000 scans here. So for 6,000 scans and all the other stuff, I'm only paying $108. And if I want 5,000 more scans, which would actually give me 11,000 scans for the year, I add $50. So plus 50 equals 150. So for $158, I get 11,000 scans, and I get a whole year of, it's basically 11,000 scans for the year, plus all the other stuff. For here, I get, it costs me $150, which is pretty much the equivalent here, for 10,000 scans, but then I have to pay extra for the rest of this. So cost-effective wise, I'm not seeing it either. I guess in this case, Car Dealer Pro wins across the board. I get my stuff turned around immediately as far as having AI detect it. I get to walk away at $158 for 11,000 scans, eBay integration, Shopify integration, and data export. And for this one, it's going to cost me 25 times 12, which we already figured. So it's $300 a year for eBay plus data export. And then I've got to pay another $150. So we're at $450 for the year to have 10,000 scans plus eBay plus the data export. So $450 versus $160. It's right now a no-brainer on top of the fact that the turnaround time is instant. Guys at Car Dealer Pro, you did it right. And that is where I'm at. I mean, I'm still waiting for my results here, okay? So again, based on what I've got here, I don't understand why Kronozio is at the price they're at. If you go to 250,000 scans, sure, I guess maybe we're going to see something there, but let's just be honest. If it's taking a whole day to get your stuff back, I just don't get it. I don't understand it at all. And if you're not doing 250,000 scans, sure does seem pretty pricey to have this stuff export and have to pay $25 more when you get the same stuff from Car Dealer Pro for $9 and you get the 500 scans. Okay, so that pretty much wraps it up. So as far as I'm concerned, guys, I'm sticking with Car Dealer Pro and I'm going to be moving forward. So now I'll be putting some videos together on how I set up my scanner to get the best import abilities for Car Dealer Pro. So check that out, subscribe, and I will see you soon, guys, all right? Take care and watch for the other videos, and please subscribe and let me know if you want to see something else. Peace.